Hey, this is Carl Munson on OurNet, on the OurNet page on Facebook, on the live stream, the place for conversations. I'm so delighted to have Rasool with us this morning, talking about mental resilience in social isolation. Hi, Jaz.
Hi, Carl. Thanks for inviting me on today.
It's a pleasure. Really good that you've responded to this call, to this situation that we find ourselves in as a species, as a collective. And it sounds like, I was trying to pressure you into doing this in 5 minutes. We can be a bit leisurely. I mean, a lot of us have got a lot more time on our hands, so we could take it easy, if you like.
Yeah, we have now, haven't we? But
that'd be good.
Yeah, it's important for people to have things in bite sizes so that they don't have too much to remember and they can get on with just learning how to cope.
Yeah, sure. Okay. And my colleague Rajesh will join us after. Maybe we've given you the talking stick and the floor to share what you want to share today. So take it away.
Great. Well, I think in the time that we're living in, where we are forced to either be in our own and the company of others, mental health, the World Health Organization has reported, is going to be something that's really important for us to manage. So one of the most important things about that is to, first of all, stay centered. And that means, just like if you were standing and you had to keep your balance and move around your center of gravity in order to keep balanced, like a dancer would, or even an aircraft, they all move through their center of gravity in order to stay balanced, to be able to move gracefully. You need to do the same thing with your mind. You need to find the center of gravity of your mind. And on each day, you're going to have lots of priorities, but there's probably one priority that all the other ones rest on, that they all kind of orbit around. And you know which one that is, because as soon as you work on it, all the other ones seem like they're easier to cope with. So the first step to managing self-isolation is to find your center and find the thing which all the other things seem to ultimately be better by you doing first. Secondly, once you've found your center, all those other things that are orbiting around it, you need to get them organized, you need to get them prioritized, and you need to get the shape of your mind sorted. So once you've found the center of your mind, you then have to get the shape of your mind sorted, and that's relating to all the different needs that you've got. You might have needs for food, you might have needs for exercise, you might have needs for company, but you're going to find some of those are more important than others. And you also find some of them are dependent on others. So you can't really do exercise unless you've got a good diet to support that in terms of things like hydration, for example. So although food might be at the top of the chain for some people, it's something that's going to be linked to other priorities which might not be so high. So it's really important to get those priorities organized and also make sure that they're supporting each other too effectively. No need can really be worked on in isolation by itself. There's typically other things that are going to depend on it. So that's the second thing. Just shape the state of your mind, or get it to become the form of least resistance. So no matter what path you follow in meeting your needs in life, you're always going to meet the least resistance. It's not about the path of least resistance through your needs. It's about making your mind of the form of least resistance so that you meet those needs most effectively and collectively. Third, it's really important that you don't try and do things which are just for comfort. We're going through challenging times, and you're really going to have to spend time contemplating, reflecting as well on what you're doing. So certainly support yourself, do things which make you feel good and happy, and also support you in a genuine sense, like through the diet that you get or exercise or the company that you're keeping. But understand that this is not an easy time. And if you are with other people, you might find that is a challenge that you're going to have to cope with. And you're going to have to think carefully about how you communicate with people as well. So those three things, support, challenge, and reflection, are things that you're going to have to manage. And it's important to get the right dose of each day. If you're supporting yourself a lot in comfort, but you're not dealing with your challenges, or you're not spending enough time thinking about things, then you're going to be in trouble. But the opposite can happen too. You can spend too much time thinking about things, and you might have too much challenge and not enough support, for example. So support, challenge, and reflection are like vitamins. You need to get your 3 a day, every day, and it changes every day. Some days you might need support, some days you might need to challenge yourself a bit more, sometimes you might need a bit more time in self-reflection and contemplation, but you've got to get your 3 a day. And the fourth element is about how you extend that together with other people that you're with. It's certainly good to be able to support yourself and challenge yourself and reflect. But if you're with other people, or even if you're on your own, it's really important to be able to do that together with other people. How do you support them? How do you challenge them? How do you get them to reflect on what they're doing? And maybe they can help you to do that too. So you need to look at how you can build those social vitamins of support, challenge, and reflection between you and your friends and your family. And if it's remote, then certainly over the internet and through social media and things like that. The result of all of this, of staying centered, getting your mind in the right sort of form and meeting the right needs through giving yourself the right support, challenge, and reflection, as well as doing that together with others, will ensure that you're going to stay healthy mentally. You know, if you get short on vitamins in a conventional sense, you're typically going to suffer from something. If it's just for a short while, it's not a big deal. But if you're not without a vitamin for months or weeks, that's going to affect your physical health. It's the same thing with social vitamins. If you don't get support or challenge or reflection for a day, not a big deal. But if you're not getting it for weeks on end, that's going to cause some issues. So it's really important you get those social vitamins each day, because then you'll not just survive alone, you're actually going to be able to survive together with others and possibly even thrive. So get your 3 a day. So the mantra I gave earlier was that, you know, stay sane and stay safe and stay strong. But that comes about from staying centered, getting your mind and its priorities organized in the right kind of way, and then getting the support, challenge, and reflection you need for yourself, getting your 3 a day social vitamins for yourself every day, and then building those together with others. And lastly, if you do that, you're going to be able to survive alone as well as together with others.